Todd Ryan with CoolFMOnline.com on location here at the Shootout Arena for the pre-bull riding show with Robbie Junt, owner, and the announcer of the big event today, James Orcasides. Guys, take it away.
All right, howdy folks. My name is James Orcasides, as he told you, the rodeo announcer here for this great event, bull riding announcer this weekend. Nothing but bulls. It's the real deal. Here with the owner-operator, Robbie Junt, Cool FM Online. Thank you so much for being here. You are getting the word out nationwide, worldwide. We got friends that are watching this everywhere. If you would please, click the share button. Tell people, go check out Cool FM Online. Give them the thumbs up. Also, share it. Say, come check this out. This is a lot of good fun. If you can't get out or you don't want to get out, you want to stay safe, stay at home and watch this bull riding at home. That's what we're most concerned about, is your safety, your health, and your care, all right? Thank you for paying attention, watching us. Look at this. They're already fighting. They're excited to be here. They're ready to go. Yeah, check this out. It's going to be a wild weekend. We want to thank some people that have made this possible. We allude to it during the actual event, but I want to talk about them right now. These are our wonderful sponsors that have made this event possible. They've come every single month, and now it's growing. The list has gotten bigger and bigger. Yes. From the first time I was here in November, from October, you went from little to no sponsorships to now people are just fighting to get into this thing. We want to thank the Meeting Room in Sonoyta, Arizona, the Tombstone Vigilantes, Vintage Cowgirls, Bronco Trading Company, Third and Survey Shopping Society, where you can buy your tickets.
Yes.
Branding Iron, Tombstone Dry Camping RV Park, Estelle Farms for all your hay and corn needs, Crystal Palace, a great bar and great food, Poncho Vegas, Guns and Cowboy Leather, some of the best you've ever seen, Jensen Custom Leather, which we'll talk about Dylan Jensen giving a custom-made belt to the champion of today's event.
Yeah, that was a great sponsor to jump on, and he does great leather work.
He's done some things for me, and outstanding guy. Ebert Equine, our actual bull shagger, he'll be here. Fantastic horses, quality horses in training, some of the best you'll ever see. The Good Enough Mine Underground Tours, which is actually right behind us, right there. We're right off Allen Street. Everything is right here. Festus Taylor, he brings us the tractor each and every time. The OK Cafe restaurant, went there this morning. Hard to get in. Get there early because it is almost impossible to get in there without a 30-minute wait. Call ahead. The Larian Motel, who just jumped on this year, helped us get a room for our world champion.
Yes,
it's tough to get a room in Tombstone right now.
Tough.
The Buck and Horse Welding and Construction, a licensed contractor, do great work. And Ranching for Hunger, a nonprofit that actually helps those people in need right now. So thank you to each and every one of our sponsors. Outstanding individuals, great folks, and big hearts. We thank you so much. Now, we have a new announcement to make for this bull riding. This is now a sanctioning event with the WCRA, the World Champions Rodeo Alliance. Tell us about that.
Oh, it's just awesome. Jacob Ramirez, one of the bull riders, he kind of come to me and said, hey, have you considered making this a WCRA sanctioned event to where we can get points with the WCRA? And he kind of talked to me and my wife and walked us through the process of how to make this a WCRA sanctioned event. And we got a hold of Rob Smets and put stuff in motion. My wife and Rob, passed emails back and forth and got the ball rolling on it. And now these guys, when they enter in Tombstone, they're able to get points with the WCRA, which is big time. I mean, that is really exciting, and
it qualifies them for the $1 million championships that they're having.
Yes. And so Tombstone, you could get points to qualify for that, and we think that's just really, really cool, and just another big opportunity for not just bull ride, but the town of Tombstone and these bull riders around here. I mean, it's a cool deal.
Right. And speaking of opportunities, well, last month, let's do a recap of February. If you missed it at Cool FM Online, go back, take a look at the event. Amazing event. A lot of money. The winner, we only had 3 qualified rides. Let's talk about this. You called 10.
Yeah.
I thought
I was way
5
off.
or 6, maybe.
I was off
there was
by a mile.
3 qualified rides.
Yeah.
Shocking, but these guys were right there at the whistle every time. I mean, they were trying their hearts out. One of which was J.C. Mortensen, who couldn't make it to this bull riding because he's on his way to $1 million right now at the American. He bucked off here at the last second, drew 2 bulls, was 86.5 and then 88 points last night. He's leading and going into the world's largest one-day rodeo at the American in Fort Worth, the AT&T Stadium, today and tomorrow. He's going, what does that tell you about your bull ride? You're drawing those kind of players.
Yeah, and we're so excited for JC too. Everybody here is pulling for him. He called and said, I can't enter because, you know, I have a chance to make it to the American.
Yeah.
I said, JC, I hope you don't come. And
Yeah.
and thank God it worked out. I mean, JC is he's standing on the biggest platform in rodeo right now, and you know, his rodeo family here in Tombstone, we're pulling for him. We want to wish him good luck, and we hope he takes it all at the American. I mean, the opportunity to ride in AT&T Stadium in Arlington, I mean, that's just awesome.
But this is how rodeo his family is, folks. If you don't know the Mortensen family, well versed in the way of rodeo. Granddad's a world champion, a Hall of Famer. Dad's a champion bull rider. And JC's up there on the biggest stage. His little brother, the second brother in line, he's here with us this weekend.
Yeah, and
he's
I
going to
actually
go to a bull ride. Like, what are you doing here?
Yeah, and I actually, you know, I sent him a message this morning. I said, hey, are you going to go watch your brother ride for $1 million? He goes, no, I'm coming to Tombstone because I want to win. And ironically, he drew the bull today that bucked off his brother at the last one.
Exactly. We were talking about that.
Yeah, he might be trying to even the score for JC while he's here, and I hope he does. I hope he does.
That would be a great storyline.
Oh,
Brother
yeah.
wins $1 million, little brother wins this one.
Yeah.
Hey, guess what I did? Hey, guess what I did? Hang up on each other.
I won the $1 million. Yeah, well, I rode the bull that bucked you off a couple weeks ago. So
That would be a great storyline.
yeah, that would be awesome.
And speaking of guys that rode and covered, Hunter Kelly's our now back-to-back champion,
Oh, man.
first to ever do that.
Yeah.
He's got now the arena record on
Yeah.
a bull we'll talk about a little bit later. And he took home $2,900 from the money that was in last time. There's $1,000 more added this rodeo. It was $4,000 last rodeo. Now it's $5,000 added.
Yeah.
That is amazing, folks. If you're a bull rider and you're not trying to get in this thing, there's something wrong with your psyche and what you're doing. All right, you're not trying to make money. You got something going on.
Unless you qualified for the American.
Unless you're making going for $1 million.
That's an
I totally
exception.
get that. All right.
Yeah.
But we want to talk about the bulls.
Sure.
And we've got 5 different contracts, 6 different contractors here this weekend, which is awesome. But I want to highlight 3G bucking bulls. They've been here with you since the beginning, since back in
Yeah.
October. And Alonzo, Efren, Joel, Gallegos, great family, great folks. They started as a practice pen, folks. Way back in the day when they were trying to ride bulls, it was a practice pen just for them to get better at the art form, to be better bull riders, and to be better people. Well, then it grew and they started taking their bulls to other events. They ended up eventually working and going for PRCA rodeos, going to PBR events. Now, they're here with us today. They're all retired now.
Yep.
Talk to us about our bull power out of the 3G bucking line.
You know, it just shows the work ethic those boys have. They were great bull riders too. I think 2 of them won a state championship in Arizona. They took bull riding very serious. They worked hard at it. They wanted to be the best at it. And now that they own bulls, they want to be the best at that too. And what's so cool is every single event we've had so far has been won on a 3G bull. And what's even more amazing about it is everyone's been won on a different bull.
Yes.
So that's how good their bullpen really is. They've won every one of them on a different bull that comes from 3G. They've set 2 arena records. They set an arena record on their bull Sheriff. JC Mortensen rode him. He was 86 on him. And then Hunter Kelly comes back in February. He rides Undertaker for 87. I mean, these guys got a pin just stacked with bull rider type of bulls. They buck hard, but if you ride them, you're going to win on them. And I mean, it just goes to show how great of a pin 3G bulls have and how hard they've worked at it. And they have their pro card, their Empire Rodeo, and so they're taking them to pro rodeos and PBRs. And yeah, they do such a great job, and we're very fortunate to have them right here in Tombstone bringing bulls all
And
the
just
time.
great people.
Oh, they're great
people.
guys.
And
yeah.
they're bull riders contractors because they were there. They knew which bulls. I never wanted to get on that bull, so
Yes.
they get rid of them. They cull them. And they say that bull's going to win you money, and they keep it together. That's what all our contractors
Yes.
are about, and that is just amazing that they keep it that way. So, talking about bulls,
Yep.
we talked about 3G, and you named some great bulls right there. We want to talk about Rabies of Dwayne Davis.
Oh, yeah.
This bull, I picked to win it last month. This bull came out there and turned on a gear I had never seen.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Yeah, we all thought Chris Bird would just have his way with that bull. And, you know, I don't think we underestimated Rabies. We just didn't know he was that good because, you know, not taking anything away from Chris. Chris is a great rider, but that goes to show how good Rabies really is. I mean, he made short work of Chris, really short work. And to do that to Chris Bird, I mean, you got to be, you know, a pretty good bull. And he was the high mark bull of February, and he's coming back today. You know, I'm curious to see what kind of trip he has today. And I believe Keelan Reynolds has him.
Keelan's got him.
Yeah, so Kalen's got his work cut out for him.
Yes, and after seeing that video, he didn't get much. He can't do much work on that one.
Yeah.
2 jumps and he was gone.
Yeah,
One turn.
yeah, for sure.
Talk about this outstanding bull that I love to watch this bull buck. I just shut up. I turned the microphone off, let the bull speak for itself. Comfortably numb of Mike Trask bucking bulls.
Oh yeah, he is so good. I mean, again, he's been the high mark bull of a couple events. I think he's high mark bull in January, and he's awesome, and he looks the part. You know, he's got the big horns. He's big. He's kind of mean. You know, and he's got all the tools. You know, whereas rabies, he has no horns. He looks like something you turn out with your Angus cows. But I mean, they're comfortably numb. I mean, he's a bad dude, and he looks the part, like I said. And you know, he's got a guy today, you know, that's going to give him a run for his money too, and that's a pretty exciting matchup. Paul Corrales, I believe.
Yeah, Paul Corrales.
Paul has him, and yeah, great bull from Mike Trask. It is cool to have these kind of bulls here in Tombstone. I mean, it's an awesome deal.
It's a drop pot. Anything, if you ride, you're going to win.
Yeah.
You're going to make money.
Yes.
So now let's talk about a money bull. Big Whiskey, world champion Owen Washburn's bull. This bull is just electric.
Yeah, and we learned a lot about Big Whiskey in February, because in January, Jacob Ramirez rode Big Whiskey. And, you know, people got to keep in mind that bull's 3 years old, and sometimes when they get rode that way, they kind of lose a little confidence, just like any other athlete. You know, if they lose, they kind of lose a little confidence. So I was curious to see what Big Whiskey would be like in February and how he'd come back from getting rode, and I thought he was one of the best bulls out. Tyson Sinigini had him, and that bull was getting 10 feet off the ground.
And Tyson can ride.
Oh yeah, and Tyson gave him a run for his money.
Yes, he did.
And that bull, he just mashed on the gas and didn't let up and bucked Tyson off. So that goes to show how good of a young bull that Big Whiskey really is, and he's got a big future ahead of him. I think that bull's going to go on and do big things.
I'm afraid once that bull gets some size, that bull's going to be something to deal with.
Yeah,
That's going to be something even more special.
Yeah,
than it
if you're going to ride him, now's your chance while he's young. Because when he gets some size on him, he's really going to be a handful.
Now we're going to go to our picks. Our picks are, I go back, look at videos, I kind of confer, we talk back and forth, and then I just come up with them. And it goes through a little bit of science that I've learned over the years. And I've talked to people, I look up videos, I go watch the bulls again to see if their styles match or clash, and if it's going to work or not. And I kind of think of the scores and what the judges are going to do. So I'm going to start at number 4. So number 4 is Jesse Aitken, crop circle of Owen Washburn.
Another young bull. You know, Owen brings all these young bulls here, and it's been fun to watch these bulls mature at this event. You know, they need the experience just like anybody else in any other sport. You don't learn until you go out and actually compete, and the same thing's true for these bulls. These bulls have been coming here, having a chance to compete against guys, and that bull's really coming into his own. He's a really nice bull. When he first started out, he was a little wild, a little all over the place, like, you know, letting go of a balloon. He's just kind of, he bucked hard, but now he's starting to find a pattern, and he's getting really good. So I think Jesse's pretty excited to have that bull.
Oh, good. And Jesse took 3rd last weekend, or last month.
Yes.
Kid can ride.
Oh yeah, he can ride.
Got a re-ride, came back, rode another one without even hesitation.
Yeah.
And did it. So 3rd, Dustin Bowen, 2-time Wrangler National Finals qualifier, got Heat Seeker of Trask. This is going to be a ride.
Yeah, and now, you know, this Heat Seeker is the most deceiving bull in the pen. And I've watched that bull go every time. And this bull's drawn the top of the pen every single bull ride. He's had Paul Corrales twice, bucked off Paul Corrales. He had Jake Dunham, bucked off Jake Dunham. And now he's got, you know, an NFR qualifier crawling on him. And when you watch this bull, he looks pretty common, but there's something to him that is giving these guys fits, and I don't know what it is, you know. And everybody that watches them is like, hey, he's just pretty good. Then they get on him and they can't get him.
A whole different world.
Yeah, and I talked to Paul last time he bucked him off, because Paul was sitting right in the middle of him, and all of a sudden he's laying on the ground next to him. I said, Paul, what is it about that bull? He said, I really don't know. He just has a funny move about him, and he just gets you on the ground. So Dustin's got his work cut out for him, you know, and it'd be nice to see someone get that bull rode finally, because, you know, he's so deceiving. We don't know what it is about him that's getting all these guys on the ground, but you know, here he is right here. This is
Staring at us.
yep, little diamond-headed bull.
Good looking.
Yeah, good-looking bull.
So now we go to our two-time back-to-back champion. I hate to do this to him, but I thought, you know what, I got to put him in a 2 spot because just the bull power, the way he's riding, he's got a good trend going. But I think he's gonna override this bull, ride this bull to the ground like nothing. Hunter Kelly, we know all about him. He's on 8X cheap hat. The one on this bull before.
Yep.
He knows the bull.
Yeah.
He's ready for it.
He won in January on this bull, and I'm sure, I figured Hunter Kelly would have stayed the night here last night after he seen what he had, you know. He'd been excited to get here. What a great bull from 3G again. And, you know, Hunter, things are just going Hunter's way, and that's just the way it is with sports. When momentum's on your side and confidence is on your side, I mean, you can't mess up. Even the draw, which is random, is going his way, you know.
Yes.
and that's what happens when you start winning. And Hunter's just in that place, and it's a good spot to be when you're a bull rider.
When you're on that high tide.
Oh, yeah.
When you're riding that
Yeah.
wave, and it's the greatest feeling in the world.
Yeah, and he's riding that momentum. I mean, he's walking around back here, and he's got the biggest smile on his face. I mean, he's the happiest guy in Tombstone right now. So we're excited to watch him.
All right, my number 1 pick, man, we're going to have come up in just a second. 2002 world champion Ed Knight Caminas. He's drawn Noise Complaint of Oswald Trask. Come in here. Come on in here, champ. We're going to talk. What do you think about your draw this weekend?
Well, I saw a video of him. I don't know him, but I don't know his daddy. He's super cool on a PBR tour. I don't know.
The bull's daddy is Bushwhacker, world champion bucket bull Bushwhacker. And this bull looks pretty eerily like his daddy.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'm just very down, hanging out, and see what's going on.
What do you think about that?
Oh yeah, this
Of course,
is
I'm going to pick him every time.
Yeah. No, this is a great pick, and I mean, you know, I want to brag on Ed and I a little bit here. I mean, what an inspiration you've been, not only in your career winning the world, but right now. I mean, you're like the George Foreman of bull riding. I mean, you got 2 kids, a wife. These guys are half your age, and not only are you riding, but you're winning. You're beating all these young guys, you know.
Absolutely.
And you know, you got a good bull here, and I you know, my bet is you're going to just tee off on them, and you know, we'll let the judges sort it out when it's over with. But
I felt sorry for the bull when he drew him.
Yeah, yeah.
Lord.
yeah.
Because he took 3rd in our event in November.
Yep.
And when he took 3rd to Jake Dunham, who was 1st, whose kid is just 18 years old.
Yeah.
And we were laughing out there during the
Yeah,
interview. He's like, I said, "How old are you, Jake?" He's all 18. He just goes, "Oh, geez."
yeah. So you know, you've been riding. I seen a video of you at Fort Worth the other day. Made a great ride there. Is it different now at this age, or you know, just?
Well, what do you say? We talked early today. This for me, this is like amazing because I have a big career, and then now I'm 45. I stay in a house for 3 years, no booze, only horse, and then I come back on ride in November, the October ride I was here,
November,
Yeah.
and then I got 3rd place. What did he say? Right now I'm ready to go. I think I'm right better than I was, not 2002, I was in 2018 or 17. I'm really happy about that.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
gosh, that's amazing that you can have that longevity.
Yeah.
Just
Oh, yeah.
longevity. We got Captain Consistency here, but we got Mr. Captain Colonel Longevity
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. And 2 days ago, I got a new Brazilian bull rope, and I like to try before they come in the rodeo. And then my coach was Silvan Alves, Kaique Pacheco. What do you think about that?
Yeah, when you're hanging around them kind of guys, you're going to ride good.
Yeah, my wife said, "You can't fall off." I say, "I know. I need to show something for them."
Yeah, not in front of them.
Yeah.
So let's talk about our assassin. What we call the assassin is the one that comes out of nowhere. He's the most unassuming guy in the pen, but I look at the draw, I look how the kids are riding. I say kids to us, these young bull riders coming up. My pick is Marco Waters out of Anthony, New Mexico. This young kid is impressive. He rides correctly. He takes me back to an old style where you ride straight up, straight down, straight forward, almost like an Owen Washburn, because he is a taller, lankier kid. The smaller bulls fit him even better because he can ride them. Uses his knees really well, but he's drawn Undertaker of 3G. They won the bull riding on that bull and set the arena record. This is my assassin for the bull riding. He could take it all.
Yeah. You know, Marco, he come to a couple bull rides, and you could tell he could really ride. he's a young kid. I don't think he really matured yet. And he come a couple bull ridings ago, and he looked like a whole new guy. I mean, he rode a bull. He didn't just ride him. He rode him with authority. And there's a big difference between being able to ride good in the practice pen and then riding at an actual event. And I think he's going to enough events now that he's getting comfortable with this and really mature and to turn it into a good bull rider. And I think that's a great pick for you as an assassin. That Marco could really ride.
I watched a lot of his videos of the practice pen. He practices down in Horizon City at Tim Webb's place. And
yeah.
Tim Webb's produced many a bull riding champion, many a bull, a world champion bull, and he goes down there every week. He's down there practicing, and Marco was at a bull riding yesterday and did really, really well. So I'm high on this kid. I really think he's going to come out here and show something special, but he's got a whole list of other riders that I wanted to pick.
Yeah.
You know, you got PBR guys, you got PRCA circuit champions.
Sure.
You got Mr. World Champ
we got
over here.
this guy standing here.
I'm not saying any names, but you got this guy. It's
yeah.
tough to pick, but it's going to be a great event. Thank you so much for coming out
No
to
problem.
Tombstone.
Thank you for having me again here.
Yeah, we appreciate you coming.
Right.
It's
Thank you
just a
very much.
blessing to us to have, you know, this caliber of bull riders come to
Right.
Tombstone, and a blessing for the town, and we just appreciate it. And I just if I could give a little shout out, because we have people watching from all over Cool FM. Daniel Reese in Idaho, Tati and Nick over in Lemoore, California, in East Texas, Brian and Kelly Montgomery. We got a lot of people watching Cool FM online that really enjoy this, and I couldn't thank you guys enough for, you know, just doing a great job, and you guys ride, and you know, we appreciate it so much.
Thank you very much. We enjoyed the town. We enjoyed your bull riding.
All right, well, thank you guys for coming.
So guys, come out. A special thank you and a big old prayer to Charlie Throckmorton, my good friend. Thank you. Hope you're watching this. Hope you're doing well. Everybody, come on out. If you can't make it, we'll be going again next month. Be here. Cool FM Online. We'll be kicking off in about 45 minutes to the bull riding time. This crowd's going to get electric. This guy's going to get electric. We're going to get busy. So, Cool FM Online. Thank you very much. Be safe and God bless.